So welcome to today's episode. I got a quick question for you. Have you ever come across an old email exchange or a chat conversation on, say, Facebook that you had with someone many years ago, and it was about a disagreement that the two of you were having? And if so, have you then read through the chat and thought to yourself, I can't believe I actually said that, or I can't believe I used that tone? I know I certainly have. Sometimes in the heat of the moment, emotions can run high and people can say or write things with not the best word choice or in the best tone. And then this creates a strong reaction out of the other person. They get upset, they get offended, and before you know it, things get said which can ruin deals, ruin career promotion chances, and just relationships overall. I had this experience a few days ago where I was actually messaging someone on my Instagram and we were talking about a deal which we'd agreed on several months ago, and we'd even just confirmed it a few weeks ago. So now they wanted to change all the terms completely. And so I'm sitting there, I'm watching their messages coming through, and I start to get a little bit mad. So I replied saying that I wasn't really open to changing all the terms now at this point, and then they responded back and started implying I'm being unreasonable, which now annoyed me more. And so I began to type out a long, kind of heated reply about how these kind of deals just don't work that way, and how it was actually them being completely unreasonable. And then I stopped myself and I remembered a very valuable lesson I'd read about from Warren Buffett, who recalls that more than 40 years back, one of the CEOs of a company that he invested in, he taught him an indispensable lesson about the importance of recognizing and controlling your emotions. So the advice was this.
40 years ago, said to me one day, he said, never forget, Warren, you can tell a guy to go to hell tomorrow. You don't give up the right. So just keep your mouth shut today and see if you feel the same way tomorrow. That's terrific advice.
You can always tell someone to go to hell tomorrow. That was the advice Warren Buffett got. And he said that it was one of the best pieces of advice that he ever received. Because often in a heated situation with online messages being exchanged, the smartest thing you can do is hold your tongue. Because if you lose your temper, you're more likely to write something that you might later regret. And once it's in the inbox, once it's there in writing, it's there forever. There's no deleting it, there's no getting it back, there's a permanent record. So this doesn't mean that being an emotional person is a bad thing. It's just making the point of acknowledging, examining, and understanding your emotions. It all comes down to emotional intelligence, having both self-awareness and social awareness skills, both of which are essential to developing and maintaining good relationships, communicating clearly, managing conflicts, and achieving success. So when people respond in the heat of the moment, that's when things can start to fall apart really quickly. I'm going to tell you a short story. I used to work with a group of guys who were all involved in this partnership. Now, together, they were very successful. They were generating millions of dollars a month. Very successful. And they'd actually been working together for almost a full decade. So they'd become friends and they knew each other really well. What broke their partnership apart was a single comment made by one partner about the wife of another partner. And it was just about her involvement in this partnership. So the guy who made the comment, he was a bit of a hothead and sometimes would say things when he got upset that he probably wouldn't when he was calm. Kind of like I can sometimes do, and I have to restrain myself. And the guy who received that comment, he was extremely sensitive. So these two men never spoke again, voice to voice, after that comment. All communication was through email and lawyers, and their whole partnership after a decade fell apart. And it was all triggered over a simple comment. This kind of thing happens all the time. It ruins deals, it ruins projects, partnerships, careers, all of it. And it can largely be avoided. If you know you're the kind of person who has a quick temper and you're communicating in written messages online to someone about something they did you don't like, then just delay telling them how you really feel about it. Even if it's just for an hour, it's going to make a big difference. Because more often than not, you're going to find a more diplomatic way to respond where you can both still get what you want and not completely ruin all progress made so far or the entire relationship. So just remember Buffett's advice. You can always tell someone to go to hell tomorrow. By the way, there's now a new course available for all Stride members. It's called Secrets of Great Communicators. And we actually filmed it here in this room, here in Costa Rica, a few weeks ago. Now, it's an excellent course, it really is. It's going to teach you how to be a better communicator, how to have more fulfilling relationships, influence others more effectively, how to better communicate at work so you can go further in your career. Now, the course is currently being edited, and it's going to take us a couple more weeks, but the first few lessons, and there's 30 in total, are now in your Stride back office. So if you're a member of Stride, all you have to do is log into your account. You're going to see that course. And if you're not yet a member and you want to get access to training like this on communication and much, much more, then go ahead, go to stridecourses.com and join. Okay, with one monthly membership, you're going to get access to all of these courses, and they're going to help you in your life, your career, your health and fitness, all kinds of different areas, so that you can do and be better and reach your full potential. So if you want to get access to that, click the link below. Otherwise, I will see you tomorrow. Hope you enjoyed this content, and don't forget to subscribe. Speak then.